Today's 945th day that I'm here just to learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about the things that you're not able to change in life, and that is loss. Loss. This is part of life, losing someone that you really care about, that you really love, that you potentially would willing to die for. And you, of course, that is part of life. But when that happens, when you lose something that you really, really love, of course, there's a massive, massive pain. And at the beginning, you just do not know how to handle that massive pain, massive grief, massive disappointment, like millions of questions, no answers. And what's supposed to do that? What are you supposed to do during that time? I think that there's a lot of things to do. Not supposed to give up on terrible emotions. We're able to do something about it. So today we'll share a few things that could potentially allow a person who is going through grief, going through loss, just not to remove it, but just really acknowledge that we have a little bit influence of that emotion, of that feeling, of that grief, and be able to reduce the time rather than just waiting and waiting and waiting until it goes away. So number one is allow you to grieve, allow yourself to grieve, because if you don't allow, if you deny the grief will be delayed. And because we delay it, it'll prolong the grief. So first we need to acknowledge our emotions. Because we're supposed to feel this way. We're supposed to feel emotions. And of course, if you do not acknowledge them, that's when it will be delayed. So that means acknowledging your emotion is one of the best way to really accept the emotion, allowing to feel that emotion, because the only way to really remove the emotion is to feel it. The only way to remove the emotion is to feel it. Without feeling the emotion, there's no chance to really removing it. Number two is that we need to give ourselves time. We need to give ourselves time. There's no chance to really remove the pain without feeling it and giving that time. Giving that time. Because you know that you had that relationship, that person, for years and years and years. And now it's no more. That means that we need to give some time to really heal. But really need to accept. Because it might be that it will be difficult to accept. It will be very difficult to accept. And you just don't want to accept. You want to deny it. You say, no, that's not happened. I will wake up tomorrow, everything will be fine. But we know that is not true. And we need to learn how to accept, give ourselves time, feel it, just to make sure that we're able to really make sure that we feel better. Number two is seek support. So of course, the number one thing, we need to talk to your closest friends, family, because one of the best way to really remove emotion is feel it. And second thing is that really allowing to share the emotion. To share the emotion, communicate how you feel. So when you're able to communicate out the emotion, you give away that power of that emotion. So one of the best way to really remove the emotion is by sharing it with others. Because now you're able to share that emotion with people, and it gives a little bit release of that emotion. Now, of course, it will not happen that you release everything in one time when sitting, but you're able to really start removing and sharing that emotion, that it starts slowly releasing. Because I said it will take time, but when you're able to share that emotion, that will reduce the time, because we want to really heal as soon as possible. Number three is honor your loved one's memory. Honor your loved one's memory. So it could be memorial activities based on your traditions, or maybe we can do some kind of personal rituals, maybe even plant a tree. What you potentially could do in honor of your loved one. What you're able to do in honor of your loved one. Because we need to understand that there is some things that person did amazing, and we need to honor all those accomplishments, celebrate the achievements, celebrate their character, celebrate who they were. I think that is very, very important to do that. To just celebrate who they were. And I think that it doesn't matter what happened. We need to celebrate their character and their personality and their goals, everything that we want to celebrate. I think this is very, very important. Number 4 is take care of yourself. Now, of course, it might be that it is difficult during tough days to take care of yourself. But everyone understands that the person who went is at peace. Only the people who stayed to live are not at peace. But because they are at peace, we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves. If we exercise, we still keep exercising. If we're eating healthy, still keep eating healthy. Don't fall out of track. Now, could be that 1 or 2 days we totally mess. And that's okay. Because life is not perfection. Life is progress. Life is excellence. Excellence is doing great things 80% of the time. So we're not supposed to judge ourselves for falling out of track, falling out of routine, falling off eating healthy, or falling out of exercise. But allow yourselves a couple of days and then going back to routine that is helping us to build health, build physical health, emotional health, mental health. So that means we need to take care of ourselves. Physical health, and really making sure that that's mental health. Some kind of meditation, relaxation techniques, mindfulness, being able to be present again. Those things will be very, very important. Number 5 is express your grief. Now, of course, we are talking that you need to communicate with friends, family, and sharing that emotion. But you're able to express your grief by journaling, expressing all the emotions on the paper. That is a great way as well to really express yourself in a way that allows you to feel the emotion and share that emotion on the paper. Besides that, of course, you're able to really start looking what kind of activities I could do to really reduce creative outlets. Maybe able to paint, maybe able to do sports, maybe able to play team sport, maybe volleyball, basketball, soccer, name it. There's so many different things. You're able to paint, sing, like just do some kind of creative activities that you could allow you to sometimes even distract yourself just a little bit. Now, of course, you don't want to distract you all the time, but allow yourself a couple of minutes, a couple of hours to really forget about all the things and really do something that could allow you to really keep that joy, bliss, fulfillment in your life, and then go back into really allow yourself to feel emotion and grieving and really trying to remove that emotion as soon as possible by feeling it. Number 6 is stay connected. Stay connected. So that means that, of course, we want to do some social activities with friends, with the community, with family, with everyone. So that means we need to stay that community going. We're not supposed to isolate ourselves. Because the worst thing that we could do is isolate and trying to figure out everything on our own. Now, it could be difficult because I have that tendency to really withdraw into myself and really try to reason with myself. But this is not the best way. We need to keep connected, keep ourselves in the group, not outside the group. And of course, we potentially could speak with support groups if that's needed to make sure that we're able to engage in the highest level of grieving. Number 7 is be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. It might be that you will fall out of track, full of routines, full of a lot of things that will need time. And stay compassionate to yourself to understand that that's totally normal. You need to normalize your own struggle because I think that you're not supposed to feel guilty of feeling the emotion, feeling of grief, feeling of all those emotions that is coming into your way because that's totally normal. And I think that when you understand that feeling is normal, loss is normal, and being able to be in that moment is totally normal, allows to really accept even more and you go and grow through that faster. And of course, number 1 thing is just understanding that it'll be small steps and appreciate those small steps. Appreciate that and be grateful that maybe you accept it. Maybe now you were able to share it. Because those are steps, a lot of times it's hard to share things. So when you're able to accept, able to share it, able to feel it, those small steps that you need to acknowledge and you'll allow yourself to move forward. Number 8 is create new routines. That means that you will able to really structure your day to make sure that you have some kind of stability in your day. some kind of stability today. It's very important to understand that we need to build a new routine. It might be that things will change because of loss. Maybe things will change. I'm able to really, okay, let's look into how I'm able to manage my day right now. Right now. Because things could change, and today we need to really build that new structure. And sometimes even be able to start new activities that we never experienced. Maybe now is the time. Maybe now is the time to really do activities that you always wanted, but now you have a little bit more time. Maybe you are grieving. Maybe you need something new to really spark something better in your life. Number 9 is remember the grief is a journey. Remember that the grief is a journey. That means that accepting the process, like those steps, and of course we need to appreciate those steps, because if you see that it's supposed to be a finish line right away, you will not get there, and you will feel disappointed. But you understand that it's a journey. It's an accepting the process, and it might be that if you really love someone so very very hard, there's no chance to forget in a day, in a week, in a month, maybe in a year. But accepting that and moving through that in that journey, allowing yourself to feel, allow yourself to share, allow yourself to experience life again. I think that is one of the best way to heal. And really, at the same time, every single station has a meaning. And finding the meaning in different, in the lessons that you learn from the person, in what that experience taught you. Everything there is a meaning. What is the meaning of this disappointment, of this loss, of this grief? There's a lot of meaning there, and we're able to really tap into that meaning. And I think when we really tap into that, there's so much chance to really take something out of it, because in every single loss, every single disappointment, every single failure, everything in life that really hurts you the most, there is a meaning. It's a hidden meaning, and we're able to tap into that. And the last one is that emergency situations is that of course we need to reach out for extra support. But at the end of the day, I truly believe if we follow those steps, we'll not need emergency crisis, or major emergency situations. Because I think that people who really dig into themselves to try to really reason with themselves and not allowing themselves to feel the knife and really doing with loss in a wrong way, they could end up in a worse situation. So I think that when we follow those first 9 steps, I think life will become a little bit better very, very soon. And that soon will come. And I think that we need to understand that we need to accept, we need to feel, we need to share, and when you do that, the grief will be finished sooner. No, I understand that in a couple of first days, it will be hard to understand how it could be better. But like everything in life needs to require some time a lot of times. And when we able to really accept it, we will get better. So I hope you just win, and see you tomorrow.